Hey everybody, it's Mr. C here. Today we're going to be installing WordPress, which is a blogging platform, and we're going to use our Cloud9 account to do that. So step one is to sign into your Cloud9 account. If you are not able to access your Cloud9 account, please let Mr. Salinas know or whoever is running this video so they can pause it and get you all fixed. And if you just need to reset your password, go ahead and check your email. But for everybody else, once we're all signed in, you should have this page here as your dashboard, and we're going to create a new workspace. So click on that big plus sign right there. Boop. All right, and the project name, it's really important that as we're going through this, that you try not to skip ahead. Now, I am going to provide a link at the end of the video so you can follow along with this as step-by-step instructions, but so we're all on the same page and we don't get ahead of ourselves like we did the last time we set something up with Cloud9. I want to make sure we're running together. So let's all hold hands and work together. So our workspace name is going to be my-first-wp. No spaces, all lowercase, and hyphens between my first and WP. So my first WP. Many of you will not have this team drop down here. If you do have the team drop down, choose don't set a team for this workspace. If you don't have a team drop down, then don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, scroll past this crazy stuff. Right down here to choose a template, and we're going to choose a WordPress template. So click once on WordPress, and it will have this little blue highlight around it. And then go ahead and click Create Workspace. Now, depending on the server load, this may take 10 minutes or it may take 30 seconds. If it hangs and just completely stops working and it's gone a good like 3 or 5 minutes and this little thing right here hasn't moved, go ahead and refresh the page. You get Command or Control R or click the little recycle or reload icon up there to refresh the page. If it takes you back to the dashboard, then you're going to need to go through those instructions again and create a new workspace, my first WP, use the WordPress template, and start over. Cool. All right, right now don't worry about all this madness. We're not concerned with this crazy stuff. This is just all of the files that are required for our WordPress to run. These are files that most of us will not ever really touch. Now, when you get to next year and you do if you want to do the advanced class, we'll definitely get into that and we'll learn what all this PHP stuff is all about. For us, we just want to stand up this server as quickly as possible, and so we don't need to really mess with this with these files. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is run this project. Now understand, this is a virtualized server, so these files right here are existing on another computer somewhere on the internet in a virtual server. They're all self-contained in their own little box, virtual box. But we can't access them from the internet, meaning we can't serve the files up and therefore visit it as a web page until we run this project. So we have to start the server by clicking on Run Project. So click on that. And you'll see it says down here, starting Apache. Once you see started Apache 2, then you are in business and you can now visit your site. So hover over this link and you'll need to click it, maybe even click it twice. Don't double click it, but click it and then click it again till this window pops up and click Open. And this will open up your page in a new tab. This is a scary orange and a scary red. Normally these colors are, be careful, don't proceed unless you want to erase the internet. I don't know why they chose these colors. There's nothing dangerous here. It's basically just telling you this is a preview of your running application. So just click open the app right there. All right, cool. Now, because we've chosen the WordPress template when we created our My First WP workspace, the very first time you run WordPress, it's going to take you through a series of setup screens. So we're going to do that together. Our first setup screen is the English. Please don't be cute and funny and choose a different language. You will regret it and you will have to start over. Please choose English. Okay, thanks. Click continue. All right. Now we're getting somewhere here. Our site title is going to be My First WordPress, oops, capital Peeps, WordPress site. Your username is going to be your first name and your last name, all lowercase. Please do not come up with a cute username. It is vitally important that you use your first name, your full first name, and your full last name, all lowercase, no spaces. And the password that you're going to use is not the one that they recommend. You are going to enter Fluffy Kitty, all lowercase, 1819 for our school year, and then an exclamation point at the end. The exclamation point makes this a stronger password. This is everyone's password now, and this is just to log in to WordPress in this instance. So in your My First WP, this is the username and password you will use to log into that WordPress. Now, there is a wordpress.com that is completely different than this. We are running our own instance of WordPress, and we can jack it up all we want and throw it away and start all over again, and it will not hurt anyone. So please do use the suggested username and password so that if you use something different and you forget it, you're going to be hosed. Also, this allows us to access your files when we need to for things like doing grading and stuff. So if you want to grade, please do not do anything here that's not the lowercase first and last name and all lowercase Fluffy Kitty 189 with an exclamation point. Cool. And then your email, this is going to be your school email at fresnou.org. Again, we all need to be accessing our school email in this instance. I will make an exception if you want to use a different email as long as you have access to it. Last year or year before, we had students that put in some random email into their client WordPress and then couldn't access it because they didn't have access to their email. And it hosts something up with their Facebook. It was a big disaster. So please make sure you use an email account. I would prefer that you use your school email because it's easier for us to recover if something goes wrong. If you can't access your school email, we can reset your password very easily. But at any rate, you should know your school username and password because that's what you use to log into the computer. So please use your school email. But if you must use a different email, you can. I will allow it in this instance. Okay. Search engine visibility. We want to discourage search engines from indexing the site. We do not care about search engines at this point. Okay. And then click on Install WordPress. Oh, I have to use my email address. Boop. Now let's see. Let me use my work email address. jcooksey@thebitwiseindustries.com. All right. Install WordPress. Cool. So there's your username and there's your chosen password. So our next step now is going to be to click the login button. Burp. And make sure that you use Fluffy Kitty 1819 exclamation point to log in. Why you know worky. Exclamation point. Oh, for the love of... Are you kidding me? Weird. Huh. Okay. So, at any rate, moving forward, we are now looking at the WordPress dashboard. This is what the back end of our site looks like. Here's where we customize pages, make adjustments to layouts, create pages, create posts, install plugins, install themes, change themes, edit themes. All the cool jams happen back in this back end of our site. And it's accessed by going to our URL that's provided over here in Cloud9, and then we do /wp-admin. And if you're not logged in, it will ask you to log in, and then it will immediately take you to this. Now let's see what our website looks like. So if we want to see it, hover over the upper left-hand corner where it says My First WordPress Site, and click on Visit Site. And what it will do is show you what your site looks like. Ooh, exciting, right? Okay, so assuming everything went well, we're going to go ahead and pause right there. And I'll see you in the next video.